Dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay. Oh, dreidel, dreidel. Hey, good evening, folks. Hey, it's our Jewish show. We're going to be cooking broccoli, knishes, and potato latkes. You don't want to miss this show. Stay tuned. Ha-ha-va, nagila tu, nagila three, nagila velushmaha, yeah. Good evening, folks. Tom Real here once again. Hey, we got a great show tonight. We're going to be cooking broccoli, knishes, and potato latkes. It's the Jewish theme, and you know, it wasn't until I actually got a letter from one of our loyal viewers by the name of Mr. Barry Weisenberg that I realized I had completely forgotten about the whole segment of the Jewish population. Out of 30 shows that we've done, we have not cooked anything kosher on any one of our shows. And Barry wrote me a letter, and I felt bad as heck reading this and felt as though, what can I do to appease the Jewish population in this small community that I live in? And the letter went something like, Dear Tom, as a regular viewer of your show, I am writing this letter to make you aware of a problem I seem to have with your recipes. I am a 40-year-old circumcised Jewish male who would like to know if you are ever going to cook anything kosher on your show. As much as I enjoy the many things that you cook each week, I will soon be forced to stop tuning in due to the fact that you seem to have forgotten about a very large segment of the population. Sincerely, Barry Weisenberg. Well, since we have a very small viewing audience now on our show, we don't want to lose anyone that's actually watching the show, so I decided to pull together a segment on Jewish food, and I personally invited Mr. Barry Weisenberg onto our show, so I'd like to welcome Mr. Barry Weisenberg now, if you please. Hello, Mr. Weisenberg.
Shalom.
How are you doing?
L'chaim, mazel tov, good credit.
First, let me tell you, I am sorry. I feel guilty as heck not cooking anything kosher in the many shows that we've done, and I'd like to first of all apologize to you, and I'd like to take this opportunity to cook some Jewish food and try to appease the Jewish community, if that is okay with you.
You are the worst looking Jew I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you. I don't do this.
I'm so glad you're going to be taking off the tallis.
I don't do this very often. And one thing before
I will join you.
Now, there are a few stereotypes of the Jewish community that I kind of like to clear up from the beginning. Like, first of all, why is it that people always say that Jewish people always answer a question with a question?
Why do you ask me?
Okay, and what is the whole deal about circumcision? I mean, is that something that needs to be done at birth, or can you get it done throughout your lifetime, or is it when do they actually do that?
You normally get it done at birth. We have it done. Jews prefer to have 10% off.
Okay, so that's when they do that.
And that gets us going.
Okay, now, and can you do it later on in your life if you prefer?
If you prefer, yeah, let's say someone converts to Judaism, or they convert an apartment to a condo, then they'll have circumcision.
So if I wanted to become a Jew at my young age of 39, I could go in, but I would have to get circumcised if I wanted to?
Not with that shirt, okay? I wouldn't recommend it.
That wouldn't help me at all.
No, that's not going to do you
Okay, well, let's move on. What do you say we cook some broccoli knishes? We're going to start off with that. Now, I understand broccoli knishes is something that you have cooked a few times. I've never cooked broccoli knishes, so maybe between the two of us, we can actually pull together a recipe and actually make something edible by the end of our show.
Because it's not an easy thing to cook.
That's what I've heard.
Right.
Now, you don't have to be Jewish to actually cook broccoli knishes.
That's correct.
Okay,
but it helps to be one.
Okay, well, let's get started. And the first thing you want to do is you want to preset your oven to 375 degrees. And what you want to do is you want to take a cup of mashed potatoes, which we have prepared ahead of time, and you want to add that right in the bowl like that. And maybe try to hit the bowl when you do it, but put that right in the bowl like that. This is good like if you have leftover mashed potatoes, right?
Yep.
That'll work, you know.
Exactly.
Leftover mashed potatoes, or you can make them just special for the show. And then what you want to do is you want to take a quarter of a cup of matzah meal, 2 pounds of potato starch, black pepper and salt, which I have mixed in here in our dry ingredients, and you want to put that in there just like that. Okay? Now, Barry, what I want to do here is I'm going to slice up, you want to take up a small onion, you want to slice and dice a small onion, but we also want to add 2 egg whites to this mixture right here. Now, am I correct in assuming this so far?
So far, so good.
Okay.
You're doing it just right.
Okay, now what we want... Hey, Bill, what's up, man?
Hey, dude, how's it going, man?
Okay, we're cooking Jewish food tonight. This is Barry Weisenberg. He's a Jew.
Hey, dude.
Shalom.
You would like a dude, like a real Jew?
Yeah, well,
Barry's Jewish.
Really?
Have you ever
Very much so.
Have you ever met a Jew before?
You got a quarter?
You know what is in mail?
He's a Jew, man.
Are you,
Yeah.
are you hanging out? Or are you just passing through?
Oh, no, man. I just came to, like, get a beer.
Okay, nice seeing you. Stop
Okay,
back
dude.
again. Okay, so right now we got potato starch, we got, we got matzo meal, we got mashed potatoes. What we're going to do is we're going to use 2 egg whites. So this is a kind of a handy little gadget here. This will separate the yolk from
back,
the white
dog.
of the egg. Now, have you ever seen something that did that?
This is actually the first time, so
Okay.
I'm very impressed.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to crack the egg. We're going to put it in here now. You can watch how I do this the first time.
Okay.
And what we're doing here is we're just getting the egg white in there. We're saving the yolk, which we don't really want the yolk.
Right.
We just want the white. So now, do you want to try that and do it with the next egg?
You know what? I'll watch you do it the second time because I know I'm going to screw it up.
So you're going to watch me the
Yes.
second time. Now you're not feeling guilty about any of
Well,
this
no,
so
because
far, are you?
Jews are, we're very good at giving criticism, so I want to criticize.
And you don't really
God.
do too much manual labor either, do you?
No. By the way, nice set. This reminds me of Martha Stewart on LSD. It's terrific.
Thank you so much. That's what we try. That's more or less what we try to work towards.
Uh-huh.
So, anyways, you can see we're getting
I like
we're
the
getting
finger approach. Okay, that's.
it always seems to work.
Well,
so anyway, you wipe
you're
that
adding
off
a
there
little
like
bit of
that.
the human touch to it.
I know.
All right.
And I seem to be enjoying every second of what I'm doing
Very
too.
much so.
And it's like one of those things like you just can't get off the end of your finger, you know?
Yes.
Okay, so anyway, we have our egg whites in there, and we got all this stuff mixed together. Now, you're having fun up to this point.
Oh, I mean, I've never enjoyed myself so much. This is just awesome.
Now, from what I understand, there's like a lot of different categories of the Jewish faith. I mean, there's like a real strict Jewish person who pretty much adheres to like all the things where there's no electricity, I guess, like on Friday evenings
Right.
or Saturdays. Now,
The extreme Orthodox.
Are you an extreme Orthodox person?
No, I'm what's known as a Reformed Jew.
And what does that exactly mean?
That means I observe some Jewish tenets, but I love to date non-Jewish girls.
Now is that acceptable in the Jewish community as far as Jew?
To hell with what they say. Okay,
Now,
screw them, Tom.
Now, can you talk like that, being Jewish?
I don't give a damn. Okay, because I'm an Orange County Jew. We're a strange breed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I really appreciate those Orange County Jews too, and I don't really know too many. In fact, you're the only Jewish person that I actually know, and I got to tell you, you've
And
become
don't
a
you
real
feel-
close friend
don't
of
you
mine.
feel liberal today too?
I really do.
That's right.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put some Jewish onions in here.
All right.
Which there's a.
And you can have you can have kosher food. Believe me, you can have all kinds of kosher vegetables as long as it's prepared under a strict jurisdiction. The rabbi blesses it. And,
Now, what is a Jewish vegetable? I mean, is there such a thing as a Jewish?
my grandfather. We haven't spoken to him in years. He's been in a coma.
Yes.
So he's actually a Jewish vegetable. All right.
Okay.
Don't cut off your finger. Okay,
No.
keep going.
You're so funny. You should be doing stand-up comedy.
You think so?
Yeah.
Such a great idea. Thank you very much.
So anyway, what we're doing now is we're putting onions in here,
Mm-hmm.
and we got pretty much everything all mixed together. And
Have you had any stand-up comedians on your show before?
no, you're the first, actually.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So I assume people like Carla and Ramos don't count.
No, they don't
Okay,
count.
Yeah.
Not at all.
All right. I
Okay,
understand.
Now, what else do we have in here? We have. I think this is pretty much it, but it's looking pretty thick. Now, does this look the way it's
Which
supposed
is-
to look?
That's so far so good. You're
Really?
preparing it exactly.
Do you have
the
any
way it's
idea
supposed
what
to
I'm
look.
making here?
You know what? I'm here. You're paying me, and I figure I'm going to collect the fee.
Okay, so anyway, here we have this. Now, oh man, did those onions bother you?
Not that much, but I'm not as close to it as you are.
Okay. Yeah, I've become real close with this mixture.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, what you want to do is you want to take this. Now, what exactly is matzah meal? I put matzah meal in here, but I don't really know what matzah
All right.
meal
Do you know
is.
what matzah is? It's unleavened bread.
It's what?
It's unleavened bread. That's it's actually bread without yeast.
Okay.
Okay. And the Jews had to make that because when they were leaving, thrown out of Egypt, they were in the desert and they had to bake bread in a hurry. And that meant no yeast. And that's matzah.
And that's really where it came from?
Yep.
Now on the recipe it says you're supposed to knead this.
I don't need this.
Now, this is
know-
looking pretty good. I'm starting to want to knead this right now
I'll
myself.
tell you, you're doing everything right. Wait until you taste the final product. It's going to be
But
absolutely
this,
delicious.
for some reason, this doesn't really look like it's working out the way it's...
Charles Manson is back.
Okay, now what you're supposed to do is you're actually supposed to divide this into 6. It says 6 balls.
Right.
Okay, now is that right?
That's correct.
Now, Barry, for some reason, I don't know. This doesn't look like it's coming out the way it's supposed to come out.
Actually, not so bad. It's got the consistency, and actually, the 6 balls is because of the Jewish star.
Is that right?
That's right. And each ball is supposed to go where the point is.
Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense to me, but the problem is it's all sticking to my hands, and I don't really recall it supposed to being like this.
Well, from the way I've seen it made, no, I think you're doing it right.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know where I'm going to go from here because it looks like I got a real mess here on my hands. And, I hate being Jewish. I got to be perfectly honest with you because I'm supposed to be rolling this out and filling it with broccoli, and I have no idea how I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I know, but see, if you were Jewish, your credit would be better. So, trust me on this one.
Okay, so what I want to do right now is I want to roll this out, and then I want to fill it with broccoli, and then I
Right.
want to put it on the sheet tray and actually bake it. And I don't really think this is even going to be possible right now.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Well, listen, you're the head chef, so I'm going to trust your word.
Well, I guess so. But anyway, so here we have this. So let's try something here. I'm just going to go out on a limb right here now.
All right.
I'm going to use my my cooking abilities and see if I can kind of make something like this work by some strange chance. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sheet tray.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm going to take some cooking spray. Now, this is kosher cooking spray.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, from our local Jewish delicatessen.
Yeah, it smells like it.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this chopped broccoli, because this is broccoli knishes. I'm going to kind of put that like
Very
that.
good. Okay, there you
Fold it
go.
over like that.
All right.
Now that looks pretty good, doesn't it?
That's, well,
okay, we're going to put that on there like this.
At least you're trying.
Okay, that's the main thing. Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to flatten these out. We're going to fold it over like that. Now,
Very
to
good.
me, it looks like it's really going well. Okay, thank you, Eric. It's going good. Okay, I don't know what exactly I'm making here, and I don't know how I ever got wrapped into doing a Jewish show, but, you know.
But don't you feel more the liberal
All I
for
want
it?
to know is, what do Catholics eat? That's all I know.
Well, I could tell you, but we can't. I know this is cable, but it's not completely cable, so
No.
we can't say what we would say.
Whatever that
that
meant,
means,
I don't know.
yes.
I'm sure it was funny. I'm sure it was something in Hebrew.
Yes, there's something there.
Okay, so anyway, this is good. Now, I never really knew what a knish looked like, but I'm quite fascinated by the texture of this whole meal, and I can't actually wait to throw it in the oven and eat it.
And of course,
Okay, 1 minute. Boy, we got 1 minute to make this thing look like an actual
moving
edible
now.
meal. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? The one good thing is we had enough dough
Yes.
and enough broccoli where we kind of came out even. You know, I think a nice
There you
touch.
go.
We got
All right.
6 of them, which is perfect there.
I think you made
Now,
it.
Barry, does this look like a knish to you by any stretch of the imagination?
Not at this point, but
And maybe if we
after-
sprinkle a little broccoli on top, you know, Havana Gila, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And throw some of this on top like that. Now that looks good, huh? Maybe a little hollandaise sauce, maybe a little cheese sauce.
I'm hoping after a
matzo
day.
soup. I don't know what this would go with. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to...
Hey, dude, you got
What?
any nachos back here?
Bill, I'm kind of stressing right now. I'm making something here that's not looking anything like the recipe card. So
got
just
any, like,
Bill,
nachos?
why don't you just leave, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to throw these knishes into the oven. We're going to pop them in there. Hopefully they'll turn golden brown. And, you know, I can hardly wait to actually see what this is going to look like.
Oh, the excitement is
How's that look?
phenomenal.
Good, huh? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to throw these in the oven, and we're going to take a commercial break. When we come out, we're going to be making some potato latkes. Should be good, and we're going to taste our broccoli knishes. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back on this very important message. Salam.
All right, shalom.
Okay.
Don't be a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Here's a not-so-fun fact, Vince.
And what is that, your Larryness?
A rollover happens every 10 minutes.
How long have we been driving?
9 minutes and 58.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Oh, this job is wearing very thin.
Welcome back, folks. Well, our broccoli knishes are in the oven right now. What we're going to do is we're going to actually move on and make some potato latkes. Now, I understand potato latkes have been in the Jewish persuasion for quite some time. Is that true, Barry?
Yeah. For thousands of years at least.
Thousands of years. Now,
Right.
they date back till exactly when?
You know, I'm really not sure. Probably at least 2000 or so BC.
Now, is that a fact, or is that something you just made up at the spur of the moment?
I read it in the Reader's Digest, so it's got to be real.
The little blurb at the bottom of
Yeah,
the column.
the-
Okay, well, that's good
somewhere
enough
like
for
that.
us here on our show.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
So what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to get 5 large potatoes peeled. Now, over there I have 5 potatoes, some large, some medium, depends on what you define as large. But what we're going to do is we're going to grate these up here, okay, just like this. Let's see what I'm doing here, Barry?
Oh, yeah.
Can you kind of keep the speed up, and can you do this for me, you think, as I do something else?
Yeah, no, this reminds me of an
okay.
action. Yeah.
As what?
Of an action that I've done many, many times.
We don't really want to get into that right now.
okay, that's fine.
I'm sure it's not even a pretty picture. Okay?
All right.
You know what I'm saying. Okay, so...
Oh, that's good, Tom. Keep it going,
you like
baby.
that, huh?
Yeah.
Barry, you need to get out of the synagogue and get out in society a little bit more, okay?
One day I'll have a life.
I hope so. Okay, so have you been Jewish your whole entire life? Or-
I was at birth. I was a very typical Jewish baby.
And what happened then?
6 pounds 4 ounces, 2 credit cards.
Is that right?
Yeah, that is true.
Now, typically, stereotypically, Jewish people are kind of stereotyped as being tight with money, being very shrewd business people. Now, is that something that you fit into, or is that something that's just more or less a a myth, more or less.
I don't know. I was talking about that the other day with my accountant. So, I think there is something there.
Now, have you you've pretty much been Jewish your whole entire life? And now, what was it like growing up as a Jewish person?
Let me tell you, actually, I'm half Jewish.
Oh, you
and
are?
You know how they always say that Jews aren't good with their hands?
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm half Jewish, so therefore I must be good with one hand. So, I find that very interesting.
And I just had a mental picture of that, too.
Thank you.
Okay, so what we're doing now is we're actually heating some oil up in the fry pan now for these potatoes. These are kind of like the English version or the Protestant version of potato pancakes, but they call them potato latkes, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's all right. That's
it's
good. I'll go
potato
with that.
pancakes light.
That
okay.
sounds
So we
good.
have our
Israel Light.
Israel
Yeah,
Light.
Okay.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to take an onion here. We're going to dice the onion up here really fine. We're going to throw that into the mix. And now, have you ever made these at home, Barry, or is this the first time you've actually seen them prepared in person?
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen them prepared. So far, it looks like you're doing great.
Pretty
You're-
amazing, isn't
you're
it?
an honorary Jew for the day. I'm
Am I?
impressed.
Okay, so anyway, what we're going to do here is we're going to...
Jeffrey Dahmer's back.
Okay, Bill, how you doing, man? Nothing really to do today in your life? You're just kind of hanging out, huh?
Hey, dude, how's it going?
Oh, that's doing okay. Hey, you want to hang out for just 1 second here? We're going to be putting some eggs in here, and I need to crack some eggs.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, just go ahead and do what you got to do, and I'll call you over here in a second. But anyway, what we're doing here is we're chopping these onions up. So now we have some potatoes, and we have some. We got a big mix here. We're going to have lots and lots of this stuff. We probably won't have a chance to make them on the whole show.
Right.
But we have our potatoes. We have our onion. Now what we want to do is we're going to add 1/3 cup of matzah meal. Okay. And we want to add salt and pepper, Barry. If you could just bring that salt and pepper right over here.
All right.
And just kind of sprinkle that in here. My hands are kind of messy right now.
That's fine. So just kind of.
Just go ahead. Yeah, there you go. You got
All right.
maybe a little bit more. Just go crazy.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to mix this up here real good. Bill, you mind coming right here for 1 quick second here? We're going to put some eggs in here. And this can all be done with your hands. And it's kind of like a potato pancake kind of
What's
thing.
happening, bro?
All right.
You remember Barry, don't you? Bill, why don't you step right over
Hi.
here for 1 quick second here? I need to crack a few eggs here. Okay, there's 1. Okay, there's 2. There's... Wait, hold still, man. 3. Okay, and then the last one, 4. Oh man, that was a mess. Thanks so much, Bill. Thanks for being a... Barry, be careful here. I got
Yeah.
something on the floor here that I don't even know where it came from, but
You have
just
a
don't
dog?
step in it.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. So anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to mix this up with our hands. Okay, make it up really good.
Looks wonderful.
This is, you want to kind of reach in here. It's kind of nice. It'd probably even be better for you if it was a little bit warmer. But anyway,
yeah.
Does it do anything for you?
Well, I'll tell you, just being near you.
No, I'm talking about the potatoes.
Oh yeah, no, it is.
It's working for you?
Yeah, it's working for me, and it's looking good. This looks to me like exactly like it's supposed to.
So basically, now you just date Jewish women, or do you date all persuasions?
Well, anyone can persuade me to go out with them. Is basically what I mean.
Pretty much, you'll take anything that's breathing and alive.
Yeah,
huh?
exactly. If she has a pulse,
Okay.
I'm with her.
Okay. So now you get a little messy. You can feel free to wash your hands off in the sink over there. That's okay.
Thank you, sir.
That is kosher water, by the way.
Oh, good.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to make these things up in your hands here at about maybe 2 to 3 ounces. Make little pancakes here and throw them in our hot oil just like that.
That's exactly right.
Am I doing this
Yeah,
right?
you're doing it
Like
perfect.
you've even seen this made before, right?
Well, I've
Okay.
seen it a couple times, and you're.
I'm
looks
doing it
just
right,
like
huh?
Yeah.
So now, as a child, I had things like G.I. Joes and Erector sets. Now, did you play like with dreidels, or what exactly did you play with
Well,
as a child?
you know how like a lot of kids would play cops and robbers?
Yeah.
All right, they always made me play the attorney. So, it was not the easiest life growing up.
and how was that?
$175 an hour, it was killer.
And how old were you when that was happening?
I was about 3 or 4 years old.
Is that right?
Yeah, then you move on to other things.
So now what do you do when you're not being Jewish in your spare time? I mean, what do you do for a living, or what exactly?
Well, I do a lot of things, but,
What do you do best?
Well, irritate people.
You do now. Is
yeah.
that something that you've been doing your whole entire life?
You're getting under my nerves even as I speak.
Well, I got to tell you, I got to get my
Yeah.
hands out of this potato stuff, and I'm
All
trying
right.
not to step on that egg yolk too. It's kind of a disgusting thing.
Yeah, Mr. Rehab Man.
Yeah,
caused the whole problem.
Mr. Rehab Man.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we do now is we just kind of cook those till they're golden brown. Let me wash up here a little bit. So Barry, I know we got a letter from you that you said you watched the show. Now, do you watch it regularly, or did you just kind of tune into 1 or 2 shows and
No,
then get a
I
bad
watch it
attitude?
regularly, and I'm so glad you finally decided to because there is a large Jewish population out there that
That's
really
right.
is interested in your show.
I know, and I really
it's a
feel
great
bad
show.
that we didn't really get around to actually cooking any kosher food until right now. I feel guilty about that, but I'm
Oh,
glad
see, it's already rubbing off on you.
it's
so,
working, you know?
Yeah, it is working.
It's
So
working.
now this won't be the only show you're going to devote to kosher
Well,
kosher
it
food
may
to the
be.
Jews,
It
right?
really depends on what the response is to the show once it's aired, you know. Maybe we'll offend some Jewish people by actually what we've said on the show so
Oh,
far.
no, to hell with them. You know?
I hope not.
no.
I hope not, because I really have a lot of respect for the Jewish people.
Most Jews have a good sense of humor. At the worst, they'll ruin your credit.
That's
So
right,
I wouldn't
and-
worry about it.
Okay, so now as you can see, these things are starting to get a little bit golden brown here.
Uh-huh.
So we'll flip these over
Flip these
here.
over, that's
now
right.
look at that.
Ah,
How's that
looks
look?
good.
Does that look how you used to grow up eating those?
Yeah,
Look at
that's
those.
either a latke or something you can get at Denny's. So I'm
At about 2 in the
semi-impressed.
morning.
You know, you're looking real good, Tom.
Okay, so there we go. We got those three. Now we're just kind of letting those cook.
Uh-huh.
And now our broccoli knishes, let's kind of check on them because...
Oh, we should check.
And oy vey.
Oy vey.
Now, when you have a broccoli knish, what do you eat with a knish? You put some kind of a sauce with it because they seem kind of like on the dry side.
Yeah, you can put a light sauce with it.
What kind
that'd
of a
be
light
fine.
sauce would that be?
Like a barbecue sauce, something like that. Or,
A barbecue sauce.
Or
Now,
Adolf.
Are you sure about it?
I really have no idea.
Adolf. Adolf's on Jewish
well,
food.
You have to be kind of careful about that. In fact, I don't even like you putting them in the oven. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny, Barry.
Thank you very much,
I'm
sir.
glad you said it, not me.
Well, yeah, I can take the blame. You know.
Okay. So anyway, our broccoli knishes are cooking. Now, these are looking kind of good.
Yeah, I like
and,
it.
you know, we have a lot of stuff. We can probably cook this stuff for probably the next year and a half. We have so much potato
Well,
mixture.
it's a great kitchen. You get to write this off, don't you? Because they
no, I'm
do
going
it
to be
here.
seeing him. Do you know a good accountant? Maybe I could write this
you know,
off.
he's a Jewish guy that I know, so
Okay.
that'll work out good.
Oh, thank God. 3 minutes left. That's
Oh,
good.
heavens.
3 minutes left and only 2 minutes of material. What in the heck are we going to do now?
I wonder what.
Let's get the whole audience singing Hava Nagila.
All right, let's start. We'll start from the left.
Okay. By applause, how many Jewish people do we actually have working on our crew today?
All right, thank you very much for that applause.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, Bill. How you doing, man?
Hey, dude.
How you doing?
All right, what's going on? You guys done?
These are potato latkes.
Check it out.
Yep. Barry's recipe.
Those are like hash browns.
Came from Israel.
Those are like hash browns?
Well, not really though, but they're really latkes.
They're like
Yeah.
Jewish hash browns.
That's a better way of
A
saying it.
Jewish
They're
hash brown. Yeah,
Yeah.
latke is actually an old Jewish phrase, which means Jewish hash browns.
Yeah.
Jewish hash browns.
Yeah. And it
Cool.
looks pretty
Do you
good.
like
Can you
have
get a
those
shot of
with,
that?
like,
Doesn't that
eggs
look
or
good?
something?
Yeah,
Well,
you can
they
have
look
that,
pretty
correct.
tasty, don't they? That's a nice looking piece of meal. And Barry said he can put like barbecue sauce on this, which really kind of shocked me. Oh no, he was
Well,
putting those on the
Don't
broccoli
forget,
knishes.
I'm an Orange County Jew.
That's right.
So, you know,
What is-
Gesundheit.
Now, what is the difference between an Orange County Jew and just a regular Jew in general?
You know, I
This is
wish-
improv, Barry.
I know.
We're doing
You're
improv. You
telling
got to
me.
kind of think on your feet, okay?
damn
We're
right.
moving. Yeah, see, we have 2 minutes left, too. That was a minute. Didn't that minute go by fast? It
Oh,
seemed like
man.
we just got the
I
3 minute
know.
mark, and now we're at 2 minutes already.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
These are
Bill, how
looking
you doing?
good. I was going to say that most of these look as good as the way they've cooked them in any deli.
Now,
So
they
I'm
actually cook
impressed with
these in
them.
delis?
They actually
now,
cook
what
them
would
in
be,
delis.
if I was to do like one more kind of a Jewish kind of a show, what would be the next type of a Jewish food that you would suggest me making? I was thinking of maybe like a gefilte fish.
Yeah.
Now,
No. You want to stay away from gefilte fish.
But that's a Jewish type of a
It's
thing,
a Jewish
right?
type of food, but it's so gross. You don't want it.
Isn't it like
Yeah.
fish that's gone through like a processor or a grinder, and you
No,
just grind up
I've never
bones,
heard
head,
of
and
I've never heard of a school of gefilte. There is no such thing that swims under the ocean, so I don't know.
So
what it
gefilte
is.
fish isn't
Dude, I
actually
know
a
about
fish.
swimming in the ocean, man, because I like surf all the time.
I was thinking of maybe like a gefilte fish.
Yeah.
Now,
No. You want to stay away from gefilte fish.
But that's a Jewish type of a
It's
thing,
a Jewish
right?
type of food, but it's so gross. You don't want it.
Isn't it like
Yeah.
fish that's gone through like a processor or a grinder, and you just
No,
grind up
I've never
bones,
heard
head,
of. I've
everything?
never heard of a school of gefilte. There is no such thing that swims under the ocean, so I don't know.
So
what it
gefilte
is.
fish isn't
Dude, I
actually
know
a
about
fish.
swimming in the ocean, man, because I like surf all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's an interesting guy.
Yeah, I
You
know.
want to sit down and talk to him for a few minutes, you know? He's a very interesting guy. But anyway, so gefilte fish is not a fish.
It's not really.
Is it gefilte fish, F-I-S-H? Oh, 1 minute. There we go. We got knocked another minute out.
It's
How we're just
supposed-
moving now,
it's
aren't we?
supposed to be a fish.
Is that
What
like
the
one
hell?
of them, like, three-eyed guys?
Yeah. No. See, that's what I'm thinking too. I think it's like nuclear waste.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because like
But-
I surf at San Onofre, man, and we like to see all kinds of weird stuff down there.
He's an interesting guy.
So
Yeah,
like,
I know.
that's like one of them gefilte fishes down there.
Oh, thank God for brain relapses.
Okay,
Anyway,
so anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to finish cooking these, and maybe we'll throw a few more in here so we can get about 4, 8, 16, you know, any multiple of 4
Yep.
we can actually cook in here. As you can see,
It looks
we'll pull the
delicious.
broccoli knishes out. We're going to take a commercial break now. When we come back,
Okay.
we're going to try all this stuff.
And then-
I don't know if I have any Adolf sauce, but maybe we can throw that on there.
All right, and
or
we're
mustard.
going to put on our taluses.
We'll put on
We'll
taluses.
have a
Maybe you can
blessing.
bless the food.
Yes, I will do that.
I'm really looking forward to that.
All right.
guys. So, folks, stay tuned. We'll be back on this very important message. We're going to be having a Jewish meal with Mr. Barry Weisenberg, myself, and Bill. We're going to be blessing the food, and it's going to be a party. Stay tuned.
It's
It's time for You Lost Your Life with your hosts, Crash Dummies, Vince and Larry.
Hi!
Hello, and welcome to the show that proves if you don't buckle your safety belt, the loser is you.
That's right, Vince, and by not buckling up, you could end up in place.
Plus, Larry, if you're not buckled up, you could maybe take a ride in a beauty like this. Stay tuned!
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Don't do that.
Oh.
Welcome back, folks. Well, now comes to the most exciting part of the show. We're actually going to taste what we've made. We have the potato latkes. Barry, do they look good?
Look how good they look.
And we also have the broccoli knishes that are baking in the oven. We're going to pull them all out. And Barry, if you would be so kind as to go into the cabinet there and pull out a plate. A big one there would be fine.
Okay.
Okay,
Just need one?
That's one. One would be good.
All right. Oh, IHOP.
Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to actually, if you can take the spatula right there.
Yeah.
And put some of these hot ones on it. I'm going to go in here and pull out
Okay.
these potato latkes.
Now, you know,
the
can't-
broccoli knishes.
We can't eat until I say a blessing.
Well, I know, and we will do that.
All right.
Okay, now these
Can I have
these
that
look
one?
a little on the
Sure.
dark side, but you know what? I think they're going to be good.
So Star Wars.
Okay.
All right.
Those are pretty good. What
They
are
look pretty
those?
good, huh?
Those look not bad at all.
Not too
What
bad,
are
huh?
those, dude?
These are broccoli knishes.
Broccoli knish.
This is the Protestant style.
Yeah, sort of South Orange County
Yeah.
Protestant.
They're like-
Okay, so now
Semi-
I guess
hot,
it's
though.
a Jewish tradition to actually bless the food.
Yes.
Okay,
And-
so we need to put on our yarmulkes and
now-
our scarves.
That's correct.
Now, what are these called?
These are the special prayer shawls.
Okay, now can Bill and
we
I
call
like
these.
wear one together?
Sure. Why not?
Okay, here, Bill.
You know, you guys can put it on. You'll be joined at the hip.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Wait, let me put on my yarmulke. Now, is there a now there's a is now this is this is from a mortuary.
Yeah.
Okay, now does
Yeah.
that go in the back?
It doesn't matter.
Now, do these
Is
come
that
in
like from the Grateful Dead?
do these come in different sizes?
Yeah, they come in different sizes, colors, and they're even made like crochet and velour and
Now, what size
all
is
kinds
this?
of pretty colors, huh?
What size is this?
It's skull cap size.
And it's just
Go
supposed to
with
put
it.
on the crown.
Yeah, go
You
with
know
it.
what? That's like pin size.
Yeah. All right.
So you're saying I have a pinhead?
All right. So here we go.
Oh, wait, hold it. Okay, now do you do anything like bow your head or?
No, yeah, just ready. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Wait. Now, do we repeat what you're saying?
That's probably my agent.
I got it.
That's probably my agent.
Okay.
Yeah.
An agent right in the middle of
Well, you know, he's Jewish. What the
Okay,
hell?
1 minute. Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri haoretz. Amen.
All
right.
Now, what'd you just say? What did that
Dude.
mean?
That was a blessing over the food, and now it's okay for us to go ahead and eat and
Wait.
enjoy the fruits of our labors.
Can I like say a blessing, dude?
Go right ahead. You've got
All
the
right,
90s
dude.
yarmulke on.
There's our food. There's our plate. Let's turn it over and eat.
Okay, I sort of like that too.
That's good, huh?
Sort of like country Western Judaism.
Yeah, it kind of felt like it came from the heart. Too,
You know,
don't you?
don't you feel the spiritualist now?
This looks really good, but before we, you know what? Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to give out a mailing address if people want to be a guest on the show. If they have a great recipe,
All
if there
right.
are any other Jews out there in the audience that would like to send something in, we'd be more than happy to cook it. Catholic, Protestant, Italians, Germans, it doesn't matter. We'll cook anything on our show. So, folks, if you're interested in being a guest or you just want to send in us a recipe, here's how you do it. If you have a great recipe or want to be a guest on Food Rules, just write Food Rules, P.O. Box 2996, Mission Viejo, California, 92690, or email us at dumbcooking@food-rules.com.
And if you want to check us out on the web, check www.food-rules.com.
And hey, don't forget the dash between food and rules.
This could be you.
No way, dude.
It could happen.
Get out of here.
Okay, folks, well, thanks so much for watching our show. We have broccoli knishes, we have potato latkes, two very, very fine Jewish delicatessen foods that you just can't get anywhere. And, you know, I got to tell you, these are darn good. I got to tell you, these are
delicious.
darn good.
I'll tell you, I'll be coming over here for dinner every chance I have.
So anytime you get a chance to actually cook some Jewish food, try it.
hell
These are
did you
very,
just
very
say,
good.
dude?
No.
So that's our show for the night, folks. Thanks so much for thanks so much for watching. My name is Tom Real on behalf of Mr. Barry Weisenberg. Barry, thank you so much for coming down and spending
Shalom.
some time with
Very
Mr.
hard.
Bill coming down and spending some more time on our show. I don't know what we're going to be cooking next week, but I'm sure it's only going to be half as good as what we made here tonight. Good night, folks.
No way, dude. These are really tasty.